All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in and happy Monday. If you know it's Monday. Hello, Tony.
It's Tuesday.
Well, for you it's Tuesday. This is true. And as you can see, we are back with some more Rails of Mourning, and we have a full crew today. Woo! The twins are back, and it's time to confuse them, I guess. Quick thing before we start. Yes, it gets repetitive, but otherwise Twitch will yell at me. What you're listening to right now is called The Black Cat by Aaron Kenny. You can find it over at the YouTube library of royalty-free songs. Sound effects and music during the game will be by Sirenscape. The overlay, starting soon screen, and the map were made by me. Oh, and the stat thing was made by me in Incarnate. All the beautiful character art was made by Nat. Except the ferret die, that was made by Jeanette Mocha. But, yeah, actual character art, including this one. DM thing. You can find Nat stuff over on YouTube or on our Discord. Because we have one of them.
Recently posted some new stuff as well, so
yes.
Ooh.
Which looks amazing. If you want to catch up with this campaign or any other TTRPG campaign that I've run in the past, you can check out our YouTube channel, because we do have one of them. And last but not least, if you want to see what you can do for your channel points to help or hinder the party, you can do what Lillith possibly did, way up there, yes, and type in !perks in the chat. You can give them hero points or secret menu items that has happened. There's also the new redeem of a wandering boss monster that you can redeem. So we shall see about...
Yes, someone redeemed the wandering boss, so we're on containment and adequate menagerie.
Yeah, sure.
I'm about 45,000 catnip away.
So, but yeah, let's quickly go around the table, introduce everyone, and then get a recap for the ones who missed out last time. And Andy, who are you and who are you playing?
Snails have teeth between 1 and 12,000 of them. They also have a barbed penis. And I am Andy, and I will be portraying Craren, the slightly deranged illusionist wizard.
All right. At some point, I'm going to make shorts out of all of these intros. I lost my train of thought and learned something.
I was about to ask, how does the slime and the spiky penis work? But maybe I don't really want to know.
No,
they shoot the barb into their sex partner.
Yes, they just impale it just straight through the side of the body and just inject their.
Oh, so like a non-sentient anglerfish.
I mean,
don't they have a backup as well? I think.
That sounds familiar. Snail facts. I don't have a good transition here or a segue. So, Lillith, who are you and who are you playing?
I mean, I'm a bit slow. It's fine. Hi, I'm Lilith, or Lily. I'm playing Flo Bleakwood, the Barkabilly heroic Bark.
Okay then. Terris.
Hello, I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. And furthermore on snails, there was once a snail named Jeremy that had a left coiled shell and therefore was loveless because he could not mate.
Yes.
I am playing Oren Weaver, the albino drow bard, and his menagerie.
I am so tempted to name this episode Snail Facts, but
Time to Google.
My other thing that I would have said was rats do not have a gallbladder, but I thought the snail fact was more fitting.
well, Psycole, who are you and who you playing?
I could Google quickly enough. Now I can't get in because it wants to verify I'm a human. I'm Psycole. I'm playing Remus Dodorn, the Kalishtar barbarian, Disney princess that's about to have a conversation with Elam, I think.
That was the general idea, yes. Okay. I'm going to move the twins to where they actually are at. Alright. Good.
I mean, not in here is the correct answer.
It's not letting me show it on the Shing. You know what? I'm gonna put everyone back. And nope, that's not what I wanted to do. We are going to hop back to the village ruins because we're gonna start on the twins today. Anyway, so
You mean what they have been doing meanwhile?
yes.
Excellent.
Snailings, I love that. And Nathan.
Speaking of Jerry, they actually found 2 other snails with the same type of shell as him, but they ended up getting together instead, leaving Jerry out of it. So, I'm Maitland. I play Romulus, Dodorn, the Kalashtar Hexblade, Warlock, and that may or may not be the end of the snail facts. We shall see.
Yeah. Snail facts.
Sounds hopeful.
Come here for D&D, stick around for weird trivia. All right.
Have a trivia night.
Yes. So, any one of the 3 people who were here last time want to do a recap?
I
Really?
still have my inspiration, so I'll leave it to someone else.
You asked. It's a yes or no question, and no, I don't feel like it.
I
Just
managed
keep
to
staring
open
at him
doors.
until he doesn't.
Someone please do the recap.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
So Flo, Oren, and our very good friend Crarian. I can't say that name. Crarian. Cray. Cray. The only sensible person in the party. Ended up going down to the cellar.
We have excavation.
We started excavationing the wall. Flo was pulled away, so she didn't get smushed the first time. Got smushed the second time anyway. Whoops.
Because further cave-in happens.
Yes, so they had to pull out Flo. She was very dirty. She ended up shaking off some. And getting precipitated by Oren a lot. And Oren started digging for some reason in his white clothes. And precipitated himself over and over again while Flo couldn't understand why. We finally managed to dig through. Oren decided to push his hands into places he shouldn't. and
Yeah.
ended up getting some rotten potato on his hand, and kind of forgot that they have someone in the party with a very sensible nose that also is very sensitive, and Oren decided to use Flo as a towel as she puked on his shoes. And Oren puked on Flo's head. And Cray ended up teleporting away as the puke party happened. Because Flo decided to shake her fur and make it worse.
Oops.
We ended up continuing down the hallway of this beautiful room that smelled horrible after puking and rotten potatoes. Flo ended up ramming into the door, forgetting she's not a ram. As Crayon, sorry, I was about to sneeze, asked maybe we should just try and open doors normally. That also made kind of sense, but she still doesn't get it. We ended up walking into the bigger area and saw this starry sky. And the only one who understood where or what this was our wizard. Sorcerer. I say sorcerer or wizard?
Wizard.
Wizard, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Flo ended up wanting to hug a tree, wasn't allowed to hug a tree. Oren ended up getting a bit terrified of heights and of falling down into the infinity below.
There was a moment. It's fine.
There was a beautiful moment where our beautiful couple ended up holding hands and trying to make sure everyone was okay, but while Flo was trying to hug a tree, but wasn't allowed to hug a tree. Oren decided to identify the tree, as everyone else was kind of like walking around. Flo was waiting if she could hug the glowing tree. Ended up falling asleep next to Oren, hoping that she could touch the tree. And Oren started talking to the baby inside the tree. That made very much sense.
Free baby.
Yes, tree baby. I can't remember what the name of the snake thingy was. It has beautiful wings.
Something. Re. I sound like a cricket.
Yes, yes, you do.
There is a recap in
Rivasa,
Notes of Mourning.
Rivasa.
Yes. And Oren and Crayon ended up talking to this tree. After talking for a while, they ended up talking about a white-clothed lady. And they finally woke up Flo, and she could finally touch the tree. She didn't like being intruded into the thoughts because, again, this tree inside her head. Again. Yes, it's another one of you twins.
Gotcha.
Hey.
Now Oren in my head is just singing I Miss You by Blink-182. You know, don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head.
Oh, yeah.
As emo-ly as possible.
Oh. Fancy.
Yeah.
After that, everyone started going around after Rivasa? Was it?
Rivasa.
Rivasa.
Yes.
Sounds like Mufasa. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm being difficult today. I'm very sorry.
Ardana is just done.
It's okay.
Ardana's going to ban me from going on holiday so that she gets sensible recap going forward.
No, the thing is that
Oh, fun.
I just had an image in my mind of a winged snake going, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the thing
Sorry.
I have.
After talking to the tree for a little bit, Flo got bored.
There's a lot of that going on in this party.
I'm very sorry.
No, more of a quote unquote
Sorry.
got bored.
Yes.
That happens a lot, apparently.
Yep. Got bored.
I
Good
haven't-
thing.
I have an
Shenanigans.
intelligence of 8. You can't keep me concentrated.
I also have an intelligence of 8. Yes.
Yes.
Is there anyone
Yeah.
except Craren who has an intelligence higher than 10?
Mine is exactly 10.
No.
Getting away on a technicality, Mr. Two Digits.
And Flo ended up actually listening to what this Rekasa said. Divasa. And
The coat
And-
leg.
and she ended up being like, okay. And the gate, she wandered over to 2 statues that was apparently gatekeepers. There was a door there as well, and they asked questions, and the only thing Flo could remember was the name of this snake, so she was Rivasa ? And it was correct, and she just walked in. Where she found fungus and books. And she doesn't care about books, so she's like, there's books over there, and she keeps on going. Oren, or was it Craren who found books? I think it was Craren. Who was the one who found the scrolls?
That was Craren.
Craren.
Okay.
Aaron was busy prestidigitating fungus off walls.
Yeah.
Again, like you do.
Yes. Flo ended up wandering off again with her scarf over her nose so she didn't get high on mushroom.
Infested by sex pollen. Good idea.
Ended up ramming down another door because she apparently doesn't learn.
Itchy.
And she stood there like a superhero with a small headache, seeing double as Oren came by, wondering what the fuck was going on. And she was like, I opened the door again.
Good.
And he walked away again. And she's still standing in the room by herself again.
Which
He'll get
more
back to you once
is
he's pressed.
where we ended it.
He'll get back to you once he's prestidigitated everything on the way back. He doesn't want to be infected by weird spores. He does not want to become a sporling.
Yep, you can
Is that
take...
a pun? Sorry.
Might be a pun.
He's-
Sorry.
He's appalling. A sport. Sorry.
All right. Well, you can take a point of inspiration for that recap. If you have one, you can bounce it. If not, you can keep it.
Does it seem like I have one, Joe?
I don't know.
Did you see all my bad rolls last time? I didn't redo one because I didn't have one.
So, in the Sunday campaign I play in, I have halfling luck. I had to once again be reminded about that yesterday. Just because you have a resource doesn't mean that you remember to use it.
True.
Still, rolled like shit on every ranger ability I have, par for the course with my ranger. But that said,
Nothing.
if we are all as comfortable as we are going to get, let's get started.
Yes.
And for this, we are going to hop back up to the surface just outside the door, and the twins are waiting. It is strange. You've been knocked out before, Romulus, more than once on this journey alone, but this time it was different. Not entirely unconscious, the world around you shifting and swaying, refusing to go dark. Your blood loud in your ears, a soft whistling piercing your hearing. So close to passing out, yet the body refusing you the darkness, as memories seem to meld with the area around you. A woman, strangely familiar, standing under the tree down by the well. Her long brown hair cascading down a dark green gown. Piercing blue eyes looking between you and Remus. From behind a tree, a hand clad in fine, what looks like white leather, placed on the woman's arm, and red eyes looking straight at you as a man steps up next to her. His silver white hair cut short, almost indistinguishable from the pale skin. He seems to whisper something. She turns to reply and then doubling over as if in pain, body contorting and twisting, and steps away from the tree as from a tear, what looks like a rip down the back, a pair of enormous red crystalline wings break from her shoulders to wrap around the both of them. The man smiles, kind and comforting, as this amalgamation of human and some kind of crystal takes to the skies and vanish. You shake your head and find yourself back in the present, a couple of hours after that strange vision having assaulted you. Quick look around, and seems like everything is as you left it. The door to the basement, your portable basement, still left slightly ajar. The other three have not come back up yet. And whatever Remus is doing somewhere with Emil, it must be quiet, because you can't hear any of them. Not the three downstairs, not your brother. What do you do?
I just noticed the graffiti by the mule on the map. Homicidal mule.
Nothing.
Why does everyone think Elam is a bad thing?
Oh, that was such a cool introduction. And then I just saw homicidal mule. Love heart. Okay. Okay. This is...
I didn't see the homicidal mule bit. I only put the love heart there.
Oh yeah, it's because the text is black. It's barely visible.
Can I, with mind link, can I kind of call out, see if Remus is anywhere in range of me, or if he has gone down as well?
Remus was casting Speak with Animals, which takes 10 minutes. So I don't imagine him, because Remus wanted to talk to Flo's mule. So I don't imagine that he went downstairs. So yeah, you can connect with him.
Brother, I have had a vision of some kind. I have reason to believe it might relate to both of us. By the well, I saw this woman, brown hair, blue eyes. Next to her was a guy, very pale, white hair, red eyes, in like white leather, did you say?
He was wearing what looked like very finely crafted white leather gloves.
And
but he was wearing like loose robes, just tied together with a belt, but nothing more, and like full sleeve, and then his hands were covered by the gloves.
Okay. And what was she wearing? Was she like?
She was wearing a dark green gown.
Dark green. And then they were they holding hands? Did you say?
His hand was on her arm, and then
Gotcha.
basically like leaned in and said something that you couldn't hear.
Okay. I recall that bit of information, and then she kind of doubled over in pain, and red wings sprouted from her back and kind of embraced them both, and then they flew off. I feel like this might relate to us in some way. I mean, I'm seeing like similar, like you mentioned a red dragon in your vision. She had like red wings. I don't know if that's any relation to it. So yeah, I wonder who they could be.
We shall have to try to find out.
I will be sure to keep that in mind.
Maybe let's jot down the descriptions that you can recall before we move on, and it will give us a prompt, something that we can ask people about.
I shall do that. How's things going with you? Were you trying to talk with the homicidal mule?
Yeah, so I'm just preparing the casting.
Oh, if I've interrupted you, I do apologize.
No worries, I was only 7 minutes into a 10-minute cast. I'll just go back to the beginning, it's fine.
Let's resume.
I will leave you to it. I'm gonna note down the descriptions.
Thank you. And he turns to the mule and he starts the chant again.
It wouldn't have interrupted that much.
That's fine.
Thank God.
I'm just picturing him just meow 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 meow.
I was in two minds about whether or not he was going to answer Romulus with like a donkey bray and then like revert to normal speech because he was mildly distracted. But yeah.
Hello.
So Remus, you managed to eventually cast Speak with Animals.
And I will turn to Elam at that point, and I will say, "So, why are you standing on two legs?"
Because I can.
It's very unusual, at least from what I have seen.
Well, speaking to me is also unusual. Well, the, what's her name? Does that? Normally I can't
Slow.
speak back.
How long have you been with Flo?
A while. DM speak for I don't remember.
A while.
A while.
Also, is it unusual or is it unusual?
I'm disappointed at myself for not spotting that one earlier. Thank you, Terris. I'm typing it into the notes as we speak. As an unusual.
Adana wants to thump me, I'm sure.
Can I help you?
Just checking in, and you may have noticed some tension and mild disgust at the fact that you're walking around on two legs instead of four.
Oh, so that's what that was. Huh.
And I'm also just kind of checking to make sure that there is no nefarious deed expected of you, and you are relatively normal given your vertical position.
I think I'm normal. I don't really know.
Well,
but I don't. Well, if you hurt the lady, I will clobber you.
Noted.
But other than that, you seem fine.
And all you do is follow Flo around and carry things for her on occasion.
Yeah. Well, the Queen Lady said I should. And then the Warrior Lady told me that if I don't, she'll turn me into a saddle. So now I follow Flo around. It's kinda cool. Kinda fun. Better than being a saddle.
And before meeting Flo, what did you do?
I don't know. I think
This raises the player question: was this even a mule before this happened?
I think I was in the same place as Flo. And then I was told to go with Flo, so I did.
So you could almost say you went with the flow.
Yes.
Oh, God.
You're funny.
Well, I hope that this allays Kraren's concerns about you being a homicidal maniac waiting to kill us all.
Mm.
If you don't hurt the lady, I don't have to club her.
Good. Now,
Yes.
do you need anything whilst I'm here and you can talk?
Something to eat would be nice. The straw tastes funny.
Funny as in funny because it's old, or just funny because it's weird?
I think it got moldy.
Right. And I would walk out of the hut, I think, and go to like the saddlebag that we've got on the mules and go grab some tack of some sort to feed Elam. Some previously freeze-dried carrots or something like that, depending on what fruit and vegetable that we've got.
Elam's gonna bop your hand a bit. You know the way horses do when they eat.
Yes.
Just you hear him doing that snuffles and just you smell funny.
Funny how? I think Flo noted I smelt funny earlier on as well.
You smell like straw ash and leather. I think. Humans don't smell like ash normally. Have you been in a fire?
Have I been in a fire? It has been a couple of weeks. Was I on fire when I was raging? I can't remember.
Technically, no.
Technically.
Well, not in the I'm on fire thing, but you did have that.
The weird psychic flame shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's something that's new, and I'm kind of puzzling over it at the moment.
Don't
it seems to be
get
getting
hurt.
stronger. Oh no, I'm fairly tough. It's Oren you need to worry about being hurt. The one that fed you earlier.
Oh.
The pale elf. Well, the really pale elf, not the other pale elf.
Yeah, the pale elf. Be more specific.
The pale
They
blonde
all look
elf
the
rather
same.
than the pale brown-haired elf, black-haired elf.
I liked his smell. He smelled like a glade.
Yes.
Well,
I will leave you to your food, and I will go and check to make sure that Flo has not got into any trouble with the two elves.
say hi to Flo. She's nice lady.
Is there anything else you would like to say? Because obviously, I could do this. I could cast this, do this ritual later, so that you can speak to her. Well, through me, but I don't know if I really want to do that. So this is like, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yuck.
Well, if you could, you can tell her that I can carry more than she thinks. I just don't
can
want to.
Okay, so you're lazy and you think she's a nice girl, nice friend. Got it.
Yes. Wait. Oh no. That's 4 intelligence coming in clutch.
And I will walk out the door and see what Romulus is up to.
Oh, I think that's going to be my favourite moment.
I just noted down those descriptions. So, how did your talk with our donkey friend go?
Well, he threatened that if any of us were to hurt Flo, he would attempt to hurt us as well. He is generally seems he's weird, but he's not unlike the conversations I've had with our 2 donkeys, mules,
Okay.
whose name has escaped me. I'm sure we've got names for them. He wishes to say that Flo is a very lovely master, friend, and he admitted that he is lazy and can carry a lot more than she currently gets loaded up with. He currently gets loaded up with. So I've left him with a couple of carrots to chew on. And,
Nice.
Hopefully I can let Craren know that the
Bipedal donkey is not a problem.
Well, it can still be a problem, but
True.
he's not an immediate going to murder you in the middle of the night level of problem.
Understood. Okay.
Right.
So, shall we go and see what the others are up to?
Yes. But before we do that, it might be wise to hide the door, just in case anyone else comes.
That's true.
So what I'll do is I'll temporarily close the door, lift it up and move it so that it's kind of underneath the cart wheels that we've had. So it's like underneath the wheels of the cart. And then I'll open it again. So it's like flat on the ground, so it's the wrong way up.
Okay.
So it's not up, it's flat. And then I'll open it again and kind of gesture to Romulus to say, in your, and just be careful because you will fall.
Noted.
Out of curiosity, how long did this ordeal take? So,
Casting, talking. It would have taken about 10 minutes to cast.
yeah.
And about 5-6 minutes to talk to Elam. So you guys have been in the basement for about an hour and a half at this point, roughly.
Yes, we deduced that the dilation is that we've been gone for 15 minutes.
Yeah. So
I'm not saying that we're on our way out. That's not at all what I'm saying. It's more of a just trying to piece together from their perspective. We haven't necessarily done much more than left.
yeah. But you've been gone for like 15 minutes, so...
Yeah, because time dilation is weird.
Yep. But, yeah, you have the the door open under the cart.
Shall we?
Yes.
It is a little bit strange with how the stairs are angled as you open the door. But as you set foot on the like through the door, it's almost like it shifts. So instead of like having to scoot down to not just fall, as long as you walk carefully, you won't fall as of a tea kettle down the stairs or into nothing. Well, it's not nothing. It's gonna be a 50-foot drop if you fall off the stairs.
Lovely.
Interesting.
But I'm gonna put you guys on the map so you can actually see anything.
Yay.
That was the wrong layer. That's the right layer. Eagle.
Ooh.
You find yourselves back down in that same root cellar looking place. But this time you find a hole in the wall, in the dirt wall. It's... Now you guys cleared it out completely, right? So you can walk through it, you just have to squeeze through it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
imagine so.
really know, but I'm going to assume so.
Yeah. So when it caved in on top of Flo, it was like a really narrow crawl space, but then Oren cleared it out, so you can, like, you can pass through, but you have to like crab walk through it to not get stuck. And through there you can see broken barrels and crates.
Well, they've been busy.
Yes.
Hmm.
It's a wonder this didn't cave in on one of them.
Yeah, it's a miracle. Shall we?
Sound very convinced and
Shall we make our way forward?
Yes. I'll let you go first because I've got no idea how dark it's going to. Oh no! Sorry. He'll put his goggles on and then lead the way. Squeeze through.
Let's see. Have I made that shing for you? I'm gonna do a shing for you because it's 60 feet with the goggles, right?
I believe so. Goggles of night 5e.
Google.
60 foot.
There you go.
Yay! I can
You
see. Question.
Yes.
When the others came through this space and Oren was prestidigitated that word, the sick, did he clear up all of the sick, or is there just like random piles of sick in this area where they were throwing up on each other?
Oh, no, it's Oren. He has cleaned everything and made it smell minty fresh.
minty, nonetheless.
Once we get through, we go, well, they definitely came this way. Oren has struck again.
It smells like mint. Yeah, close.
Follow that trail!
As you walk through, you find all of these broken and shattered barrels and crates of random assortments of moldy and dry food, wine that has dried into the stone bricks on making up the flooring. And you can see that the ceiling has come down over a portion of the room, not the entire room, but almost like a quarter of the room itself is covered in dirt and roots and random debris.
This place has stood up quite well, considering how old it probably is, given the weird time dilation thing.
That's true. On the plus side, look, we definitely have more storage space now.
I mean, we could build an entire house encampment down here.
We could.
With time dilation. We can get a long rest in an hour.
True.
Amazing.
Brother, you might want to step in here. I think we've got infinite space. Quite literally.
Infinite space or space in infinite?
Could be a bit both.
As
Remus will peer over the edge.
You don't see a bottom. It just keeps going. And I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 12.
I recently learned that this effect is called Call of the Void. Where
Am I going to jump?
you just barely, because the DC was 12, you barely resist the urge to just whoop. Instead, you feel that sensation of like, I wonder what it would be like to fall forever.
Yeah.
And then your mind goes, your mind goes to, wait, I would fall forever. And
Forever is a long time.
Yeah, tinges
even
of,
in this space.
Tinges of fear start just tingling the back of your neck.
So
brother,
Romulus would have seen Remus kind of lean forward as if he was going to go, and then kind of like backpedal and just kind of like put his hand out onto Romulus's shoulder and just go, "Yep, that's a long way down."
Let's not look down. Let's avoid looking down, shall we? Let's take a step away from the edge, and then let's have a look at the surroundings that are currently on our level.
Sure.
You look around and you see this beautiful golden and white marble and golden marble mosaic that has been cracked and broken up by roots and time and vines that crawl in and out of these cracks. And at the center of this, for lack of better word, balcony, is this enormous tree with flower buds that seem to be glowing in this golden light. The size of the flower buds range from, your regular rose size to what could easily be like the head of the Warforged that you fought, where Remus got his hammer.
Would Craren hear this? People talking. Not what they are saying, the presence of people.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can hear voices.
Yes, I'm not asking about intelligible messages or listening in on conversations or anything of the sort, but just...
No, I think with your passive perception, you hear voices approaching or coming closer. You can't hear what they are saying, but you hear voices.
Craren has decent passive perception.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, passive investigation is better, but
Mm-hmm.
Could I, with my mind link, just like open up, see if I can get into contact with one of them?
Your mind link is a lot, right?
It's now 60 feet, I believe.
You can.
We have to be able to see them though.
Oh, do we? Okay, never mind.
Yes, it's a sight thing.
Gotcha.
All right.
Well, this looks like an interesting place.
Yeah. I will, because we're not exactly being quiet, and we're not expecting to see anything or do anything down here, like find anything. I'll just call out and say, Garen, Oren, Flo, are you guys down here? And he'll project his voice, but make sure it's not like shouting.
Yeah.
Where is Oren at the moment?
Craren is hollering back. We're definitely not in here.
Oh yeah, Oren, you hear that too.
And
yeah,
walking back to the door. Just we're definitely not over here.
Flo, you also hear them. I was gonna check if because you're further in, but with your passive perception being absolutely insane.
What is your passive perception, out of curiosity? Your passive perception.
It's 18.
Yeah, 18 at level 6 is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So they will hear just rumbling and banging as she basically karates the door because she thinks someone is behind her. So the door will fly. Or the door hinges will fly.
Yeah, the door is on top of the bed in splinters, but the door hinges were still there. They're no longer there.
Yeah, they will just hear ruckus, a lot of ruckus. As they will hear...
Yeah, Oren just sighs. That's something else I have to mend.
And Flo will basically yell that there's a ghost here now.
It's the other boys, Flo. Sorry, that's not his voice. It's the other boys, Flo. They're down here. Over there. At the door.
Knock, knock.
I can open the door.
It's already open. Come in. Don't mind the fungus.
Well, looks like you've been busy.
It is very homely. This used to be here way over 1 million years ago.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the creature in the tree. Okay.
Creature.
Have you touched the tree yet?
Yes, small rundown. The tree is a egg, and there's a creature there.
A coatl.
Yes, it's
Rivasta.
old. Yes, it's older than time, and this place is a pocket dimension. I guess you figured that one out. Is there anything we need to fill you in on, by the way?
Well, I mean, I definitely didn't know that the tree was an egg or something.
It is telepathic, so you might be. It should be curious about you because we haven't really had company for forever.
I assume you've had conversation with it then. If
Yeah, it's our baby now.
okay, we've got a pet tree.
We've got unhatched coatl egg.
Yes.
Okay, fill me in. What is a coatl?
Big celestial wing snake.
Yes, they are technically immortal, as in they don't die from old age, type thing. They were partly responsible for locking away the demon lords. That part of distant history that is that most people talk about as myths. That part?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
But the very most important thing about Rivasa is if anyone tries to hurt that baby, I will skin them alive and then feed her the skin.
Noted. I have no intention to harm.
Yeah, good.
Pat
you on the shoulder, just good. We have an understanding.
Oren is being humble.
I'm just exploring the room and I just walk in on.
Yeah.
Flo on the bed, I'm guessing.
Yeah, she's like she heard Orin being like a little bit mad about like the door being off the hinges, so she picked up the door from the bed.
Or what
And
used to be the door.
what used to be the door, and she will look at you and just be like, I might have been a little bit rough with the door.
It was like this when I got here.
That's okay. Good ventilation, you know.
All I did was knock, and you can
Yeah.
see her ears going like really low, and you can see she's guilty.
That's okay. I'll just give you a head pat, and it's fine. It's fine. Are you okay with head pats? Before I...
She never got any, so you can see very confused, but you can see her like her tail giving like the small wag, being like a little bit confused why she's wagging.
I got you. Yeah.
And she's like,
It's okay.
Oh.
This does things.
Can you
Romulus.
just scratch behind her ears?
Hello.
Hello. As you're walking in through the hallway, could you please give me a Constitution save?
Constitution save. Oh no. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, 18 is very good. You walk up and start talking with Flo, giving the head scratchies, and then you feel something tickling the back of your throat, and in your nose, and like around your face. You look around and you see all these tiny little dust spots all around you, and you see the walls are covered in fungus. And you realize that you've been breathing in fungus spores.
Well, I'm sure this is not going to cut off a chunk of my lifespan. Shall we
You
meet
also,
up with the...
you also see that Flo has a
Oh, okay.
cover.
I'll do that. Okay. I think... Yeah, I don't think it's very healthy being in a tight room with these spores. It might be worth maybe going back to like the bigger room where there's a bit more kind of open space and it's not as condensed, maybe.
I just saw books and I thought they were gonna try and make me read.
No, I get you. I don't think they're going to try and make you.
No.
You'll be fine.
And no one here is going to earn any intelligence point. That's for sure.
There might even be a picture book in there, which would be quite cool.
Ooh, I like pictures.
Me too.
And she will follow Remus. Romulus, sorry. This is so confusing.
I've had 27 years of it in real life. It's fine.
Is this like a cupboard or something?
Yeah, it looks like a it looks like a very narrow closet. The hinges are slightly like off, so it's a little bit open.
She kind of like peeks her head out after Romulus and being like going straight to the closet and tries to open it. She want to see if she can find something instead of books.
Yeah. You open the closet and you see a assortment of clothes hanging there. All of them looks like it's like simple everyday clothing, like a tunic and pants, well made but not expensive. Most of them, it smells funky some weirdness from the fungal spores around, and that weird smell that clothes get if you leave them in the closet for too long.
And she remembers that Remless and Oren got a little banged up, and their clothes are looking a little bit. Yeah, and she will basically like put everything in her hands, like just like scoop everything up, go up to Romulus and be like, "I found clothes."
You found clothes. Ooh.
They might be a bit out of fashion.
I never thought myself as a
Oh,
nice
thanks,
vegetable, so
Lauren.
that's fine. Interesting. Shall we have a look through them?
That would be nice.
That'll be fun. Let's have a little look, shall we? Also, is this like a cupboard or something as well, or is that?
As you open it, you see what looks like plates, cups, bowls, kitchenware, basically. Most of it looks fine. None of it has been shattered, but it's covered in dust.
Covered in dust for now. Oren is in the process of deep cleaning the entire space. And mending anything that he can.
As you prestidigitation the fungus on the walls, Oren, a lot of it you can like basically get removed, but some of it has like burrowed into the wood of the walls. So basically anywhere where you see as you clean off the fungus, you see that it's like a mixture but of wood support and stone bricks. And where the stone bricks are, it's pretty easy to remove the fungus. But most of the wood has been eaten through by the mycelium.
It's our celium.
And I am going to quickly
What would
feed
happen
the
if one
cat.
were vicious? What would happen if one would viciously mock a fungus? Do you think?
It could turn you into a fungi.
It
I was
could,
trying.
Oh, Oren's already a fun guy.
Yeah.
it could turn funky.
True.
So, Craren, has anyone looked over the edge? Quite a compelling jump, isn't it?
Oren had a bout of the abyss and it has an effect on you. Yes, it does. Let me spoil something for you, if you wish.
Yeah.
This is Remus. This is a pocket dimension. Do you know what a pocket dimension is?
Well, I've heard of a pocket square. That's what those posh twats wear in their shirts.
Oh, yeah. Yes, pocket. Something contained in something else. Yes. Good analogy. So this is a pocket dimension. Normally, these are temporary. They exist for a while, and then they are gone. This has been here, let's call it forever. But a pocket dimension is limited in space. There's nothing about a pocket dimension that is infinite. Let me show you. And he grabs a rock and lobs it over the edge.
Yeah.
Clank, 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 clank. Yep, that's about 20 feet down.
Yeah, about
That had better not have been part of the tile, Craren.
It may or may not have been.
Yeah, Remus, you see where where Crown lobs the rock about 5 feet out from the railing, or 10 feet out from the railing. It hits the wall and then just scoots down under. And
So not an unlimited space. But
Not
one
an
that
unlimited
pretends to
space.
be.
It's a good space. Don't get me wrong. It's a good space. It's a useful space. But
Did
it's.
we lose Lillith?
I'm sorry.
Did we lose Lillith?
Lillith.
We've had a message.
I just saw a message saying stupid internet, so I think we've
Oh.
lost Lillith.
Oh,
Right.
Oh no.
Norwegian internet, Australian internet.
Oh yeah, my internet's still out. I'm hooked in through my phone. So it's been what, 16 hours without internet.
Fun.
so yes.
Good.
This
Yeah.
is not an infinite space, but it is, it's a really useful space. We can do things with it. We can store things in it. It's old enough that time has cracked the stone you're standing on.
I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it.
No, what I'm saying is that this place has been here for a long time.
Yeah, I know. I'm still fixing it.
Yes, and I'm informing Remus about this place. I know you're on a cleaning and repairing mission, which is noble, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yes, this place has been here for essentially forever. Remus, were you around when I informed your brother about the quattle egg that is this tree over here, and it points in the general direction of the tree?
Yes, I was around. I also had some news to share.
Yes, do go on.
Elam is weird, but he's normal and won't murderize you.
Still creepy as heck, though. While it might not be dangerous, it still doesn't sit well with me.
Well, I mean, I kind of explained that he was quite odd compared to the other mules that we have come across, and he was quite aware that. Well, he wasn't aware. Let's just say that he was wasn't aware really at all, and he's
Wasn't
not a very good
aware,
rider.
as in at all aware of
How
anything?
weird. Well, he wasn't aware of how unusual he is to us, if that makes sense.
That's entirely fair. That's entirely
And
fair.
he very kindly let us know that he lies to Flo quite regularly about how much stuff he can carry. His quite a voracious appetite, and was kind enough to let us know that he was threatened by someone to look after Flo or travel with Flo. I think his exact phrasing was warrior lady threatened him after the queen lady had kind of told him to go, and then warrior lady threatened him. So
Well, that doesn't sound very nice.
While this information is useful, it also doesn't make things more clear.
no, it's as clear as mud, but I thought I would at least try to
I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. Thank you, because that has been gnawing me. Just yes, thank you.
good.
Elam has been gnawing Romulus, though.
Yes, it's Romulus's jacket and hair that's been chewed on.
That reminds me, I do have the updated
Yes.
headshot of Romulus with his new do.
Yes, I put it in the stat thing, I think, but I haven't put it on the overlay yet.
Dun, dun, dun.
Boop, 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 boop.
Updated. I'll have to fix your token later on, but on the
Yeah, that's fine.
circulating stats thing on the stream, it's been updated.
Da, 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 da.
Oh no. Itchiness.
All right.
Da,
Well,
da, da, da,
While
da,
Lilith
da,
is
da, da,
arguing
da, da.
with Norwegian internet,
I'm
Yes.
arguing, I think.
Yay!
she's
back.
back.
And you're audible.
Yes.
Yes.
All of the things.
Yes. Just wait. Something will happen. We don't know what.
Yeah, next it'll be me.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Oh
That
no. Oh no.
that would be bad.
Just a question from Flo's perspective. Has she seen the weasel yet?
Sure you have.
Yes.
Oh no, hang on.
No, he was on the ground.
You've
Not
only seen
when we
it as a flying
arrived.
sword.
And also, it's not a weasel. He's
Oh.
still a sword.
But yes, not when we arrived.
No, when he was hiding around, like under Romulus' collar when you arrived, and now he's a sword. So there's a random floating longsword next to
I forgot
Romulus.
he was the sword.
You can see Flo very confusedly looking at the sword that's floating, being like, "Is this one of your magical tricks?"
And I was like, oh, Ilios, this is Flo. Would you like to say hello?
Flow from inside the sword. Wait, he's still holding the health potion, isn't he?
Yes.
He is!
So you see two paws pop out, holding a health potion, and then a face that looks very much like a weasel. Just hello.
This is Ilios. He's been traveling with us for a little while now. And yeah, he can do this. Which is very Did you
Well,
want me to
we
hold
love him.
the- He's very nice. Did you want to give us the health potion back, or is you handling yourself okay, or
Oh, I'm good. You can have it back.
okay? Thank you very much. I will pop that back in my inventory.
I mean, I don't have pockets, so
That's true.
Does Flo know what
I
this
can
thing
knit you
is?
pockets.
you can give me a. The fuck would that be? A nature or arcana check. And what does your special stuff apply to again?
I think it's Fae.
Fae, fiend, and undead, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Then you have advantage.
Ooh. We do like
Ooh.
advantage. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. That's 11.
With advantage.
It's a weasel in a sword. You're not entirely sure what
She
it
will
is,
just-
but it's Fae. You know that much.
Adana, query.
Mhm.
How long would it take Oren to knit the weasel a pocketed vest? Just a vest of many pockets.
Mm,
The downside
Because
being,
this now needs to happen.
but yes, the downside being it's only a semi-physical form.
I mean, it's literally a chest whistle. You could just make like a pouch, and it could possess the pouch, and then it's just a floating pocket.
But then it is a pocket, yes.
hold on,
And
I
it
need to
says-
check something.
That needs
And
to
it
be.
sets like a bag of holding.
That's what I was gonna check. If it can.
Yeah.
But yeah, that might be one of those weird statements. Possess that, and it's like, yes, am pocket.
I mean, it doesn't restrict it to non-magical items, so it could technically possess a bag of holding. And be the bag of holding.
Interesting.
I mean, possessing bits, I think rules as it's written, it's one of those becomes an extension of.
Yeah, so the difference between a chest weasel and a mimic is that a mimic pretends to be an object, while the chest weasel possesses the object and basically becomes part of the object. So, and it doesn't say anything in the stat block or anything like that it cannot possess magic items. So, just gonna throw that out there. You could give him a magic sword. And you will have a dimension-dooring magic sword.
Now I'm just picturing, though, this chest weasel having possessing a magic sword that is wearing a vest of many pockets. On the hilt.
Yes. So I'd say it would take you about a little over a day of active work to...
It is on his list of things to do now.
Somehow my brain hurts.
Yes.
I would now like it to possess a bag of holding, because presumably it can then interact with said object. And then you just load it up with the heaviest thing that could come out of the bag of holding and drop it on the head of everything that you're fighting.
You've just killed me.
Yes.
This is our new bomb delivery system. Because it can float, can't it? It can fly to a certain...
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So in another campaign, which is a modern day-ish campaign, I play a fairy monk that has a bag of holding, and he purchased a generator, like a big-ass generator, and dropped that on a BBEG and just squashed it flat. Because he can fly.
Whoops.
If the DM realised that they've granted us a weapon of mass destruction, if required.
Yes.
I
It's
give
fine.
you a fake creature with dimension door. That can misty step
I'm
at
looking
will.
It's the best thing ever.
Yes. Mostly because I don't like mimics. They are punishing players.
They are pseudo feet.
Yes.
Kinda feet, if you wish.
They are.
Can you boop the snoot?
Rules as written, they are also inadvertently kinky.
What?
I'm not gonna unpack that right now because my brain just went into territory.
No, the description is that they are pseudopods. Pods means feet.
Yes.
So they are kind of feet, and as such, by definition, that's a fetish.
Mm.
Rule 34.
Of course there is. We all know about the Curse of Hearts as well, so you know.
Yes.
In which, okay, Sirenscape just crashed. Fantastic. All right. So, Flo, you boop the snoot of this thing, and he just reels back a little bit and just, yeah.
Oh, she boops the snoop with her own nose.
Him just, You're quite funny, aren't you?
And she will tilt her head at the same time it does. And just smile.
Ever have your ears pulled? Or someone being annoying?
Oh yes, the last person that pulled my ears and was annoying and got ripped into pieces.
Aww.
no.
Accidentally, of course.
Seems you have a healthy way of dealing with frustrations. That's a shame.
Yeah, he feeds off of frustration and stuff like that. So if you're ever feeling a bit, angry,
Annoyed,
angry, things like that, have him around your neck and he will,
Num 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 num.
he'll munch on those frustrations and you'll feel better.
And basically a
Doesn't
portable
work.
spa.
But you can see she tilts her head at you, Romulus.
Hmm.
Are you angry and annoyed every time?
I'm not. Bit problematic with Remus being, Reiki barbarian, but I'm fine. We literally just found him in a chest. No, well, technically as a chest, out in the middle of nowhere, and we just brought him along.
Oh, he's very cute.
Ah, thank you.
You're very welcome.
So I do believe we've got some clothes to have a look at.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we need to bring them to Orin as well.
Yes.
And with her perception, did you hear them talk about Elam?
With 18, you would have heard mentions, yes.
And they talked about Elam as well.
When we were upstairs, I believe Remus was able to talk to Elam. From what I could tell, it was a pretty, nice conversation. I could let Remus tell you directly. But yeah, sounds like quite a nice little pleasant conversation that they had.
Well, Elam is a very nice donkey, mule, companion.
From what I can tell, he thinks that you are a very nice companion as well.
And you can see her tail wagging a little bit.
Shall we go and find them, and then we can have a look at these clothes as well that you found?
Yes.
Let us go, wherever they may be.
Well, Orin has been running around.
Yes, Oren has been cleaning as much of the spores as he can off. Would he know how to deal with wood rot? Like fungal wood rot like that?
Give me a nature check.
Why would anyone in a D&D setting, in a sensible way, have that rather specific and niche knowledge?
I just rolled on D&D Beyond because I haven't leveled up my character on thingy, and I rolled an 18. That's straight. I don't have a proficiency bonus to that. Like this, I have half proficiency.
18 you said?
Yep.
So with an 18, looking at the current level of wood rot, you get the feeling that in order to get it away from the walls, you would need to tear out the affected planks.
And that's what I was afraid of.
You don't see any, you haven't seen any cracks or anything in the stone bricks, so they seem unharmed. So if you have,
Excellent.
if you you figure that if you can get some way of bracing the stone bricks, you could tear the supports out and replace them without having to tear the whole wall down.
He makes a note of this. Don't stand on the dog. Yeah, he makes a note of this for later. Just deep sigh.
Yep. And I'd say in some places, it looks like the only thing keeping some of the walls up, none of the actual, load-bearing walls, but some of the interior walls are only kept up by the magic of this place at this point.
Excellent. So yeah, he's just sort of scribbling notes to himself, just prestidigitating the stone lion.
All right. During your investigation of the area, Oren, you did find an additional 5 rooms, all with locked doors. Either locked by actual being locked or jammed. And
Please tell Flo. Please tell Flo.
and
Oh,
a central, what looks like a gathering room that had 2 benches, wooden benches, one which has been crushed by a chandelier that fell from the ceiling and has landed on it.
Yeah, another deep sigh. I'm going to have to rehoist that. But there are worse things than a shattered chandelier. I'm funny. What's this thing here?
It looks like a box made out of marble with gold fittings.
Prestidigitate. Move on.
Yeah, it's very, very sparkly and has stood the test of time remarkably well.
So pushing on these doors does not open them, yes?
Yeah, no.
Okay. What does he have in his inventory? Does he have anything? Not really. Yeah, I think he just mutters to himself as, comes back to join the party, just mutters to himself, well, short of Eldritch blasting the doors open, I have no idea how to get them.
And you can see Flo's ears going straight up, tail straight out. She drops the clothes. And
Yeah.
she will start running toward wherever Orin came from.
I am kind of curious.
I was going to say, hearing Oren say that, Remus will just shout from the other room, I thought at least 3 of you were able to use feet.
I can. Yes. Oh, I can. Yeah, she's right. I'll let her do it. I've got cleaning to do.
Alright.
Whoops.
And we're gonna need a lot of wood, guys, to fix this place. De-mushroom it.
Yeah, Flo, roll me a ram attack.
Ram.
I did, didn't
Yeah,
You did?
so it didn't show up. It was a bit slow on my end.
I?
So you brace for impact, and it once again the door flies off its hinges. This time leaving a rather sturdy lock behind, where it was locked in the wall. The door itself was relatively untouched by the fungus, so it just like crashes off its hinges.
And from all poor Romulus can see is basically her, like, kind of like, you know how a dizzy person goes, right? Like that. She sees a little bit of a double. And she will... she will ram the other door as well.
All right.
Wow.
Roll me a ram attack.
Boink.
Uh,
Boink. Boink.
Hello.
Baron
No.
looking over his shoulders, but hearing all of this. The only
Yeah.
thing he's hearing is muttering to Remus, just to Remus. But are they at it again?
Flo,
At what
please.
Long story. Someone doesn't seem to be aware that she doesn't have any horns and insists on ramming things with her head.
Ah. I see Flo takes a leaf out of Remus's school of door opening. Blunt force trauma.
Yes.
And I kind of push past and walk through because I kind of want to smash a door down now. I want to get there before Flo gets to all of them.
All right. First, Flo, give me a dexterity save real quick. Remus, give me a perception check. All right. Flo, you managed to stop just short of face planting on the rickety old bed as the door just flies away from you. This time it doesn't fly off its hinges, it just opens and smacks the door on the inside. Luckily, the door went in. But you have gathered so much momentum that you hit the door and you just keep going and just skid it to a stop right in front of the bed.
I'm just
And-
like imagining she's ending up right in front of the wall, being like the tip of her nose touching the wall, being
Yeah, and
and
somehow you hit the
Okay.
door just perfectly that you're not even dizzy.
and she will just turn like very fastly to Romulus and be like, "I'm so good at this."
Oh dear.
Bravo!
Remus, as you're walking down this narrow hallway, you start seeing these shiny little motes in the air that seem to come from the walls. And with an 18 perception, you quickly realize it's fungal spores.
Um,
And then you remember that everyone else that you talked to had their nose and mouth covered by something.
and he kind of stops and immediately covers his mouth
Mhm.
with his jacket or something.
Yeah. And yeah.
If you came to Aaron, he'd probably have a scarf for you, honestly.
Maybe, maybe not, but at the same time, running in.
Yeah.
That's
But yeah, Remus, the first stop, you look into your right and you see a door that has already been smashed. Keep going, and you get to this cross section, or it's not a crossroads when you're indoors. It's not really a cross section either, because that's something completely different.
Intersection.
Thank you. An intersection. You have one hallway going to the right with one totally broken down door and one open door with Romulus standing in it. And to your left, you see an archway leading almost down the same way you came, but it's a different hallway with unopened doors in them.
Well, assuming that Romulus is enjoying the company of Flo and the door smashing, Remus will make his way to one of the other doors.
All right.
He will test the door first to see whether or not it is unlocked.
Door seems to be locked and
He will-
a bit jammed.
he will immediately put his shoulder against it.
Okay, give me a athletics check.
26.
You push against the door and you feel slight give in the wood, and then you push a little bit harder, and the door just falls in, almost falls in. You can hear this crackling, the wood giving completely with the force of your push. And inside you see a unmade and rickety old bed, a nightstand with a unlit lantern, and a what looks like a closet. Everything has.
I'll take a.
Yep.
I'll take a quick peek in the closet, but it's literally a quick.
Yep. It seems to be a bunch of just common clothing. The whole room smells of fungus and mold.
Aren't I glad Oren's around to clean
Nope.
this place up?
He's working on it.
Yeah, prestidigitation, 5 feet at a time.
Yep.
Seeing that the room is not got anything interesting in it, he'll immediately move down to the next door.
All right.
Because this is now a game of who broke down more doors, right?
Yep.
All right.
And Flo has a head start. Literally and figuratively.
Testing the door, you feel that it's not locked, but it's jammed by the door settling and being slightly warped by mold.
He puts his shoulder to this one as well.
Okay.
He can get new doors.
You push against the door and you feel it start to give, but it's not budging. You can hear it creaking, like it's moving slightly, but not enough to open it.
He goes again.
All right. That's better. This time you give it a little bit of a shove than just pushing, and the door splinters inwards, creaking and then popping from the door frame. Inside you see two smaller beds. 2 nightstands, each with a lantern on it, and one what looks like a combination with hanging closet and drawers along the side.
It's like another bedroom. This is
Yeah, it
getting
looks like.
frustrating. He sits there, goes, I'll leave the last one to Flo.
All right. Do you check the wardrobe, or are you leaving it?
I'll leave the wardrobe for that one, I think.
Okay.
I will just quickly check the last door just to see how stuck it is.
All right. You test the door and it's locked.
Okay. I'll kind of make out that I've attempted to get in, and then I'll call out to Flo and say, Flo, there's one more door here for you.
That's adorable.
Adorable.
Really?
You
And I kind of walk
Romulus
back out
just-
and just, direct you down the hallway.
Yeah, she's sprinting past Romulus at this point.
Good thing I got out of the way.
Yeah. All right.
And she will basically crash into Remus and being like, door.
Down the corridor, last one on the right.
She speaks the group language already.
Remus, you see a
Yes.
slight trickle of blood just down her forehead.
Yeah.
One of us.
Yeah.
No, one of them. One of them.
All right. Give me another ram attack, Flo. You run as fast as you can into the door, and the door does not budge.
And you can finally see her dizzy and like crashing down on her butt for 2 seconds.
Yep.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning
Ding.
damage.
Having heard that crash, Oren will come over. First of all, check that she's okay,
Yeah, I'm doing that as well. While we're
No.
thinking.
and he's going to try and use thieves' tools on the doors. Yeah, he's going to just try and use thieves' tools on the door while she's dizzy,
Yeah, you can.
real
You
quick,
can just
to
see the
unlock,
trickle of blood. It's gotten a lot bigger.
so she can then ram it again.
Yeah. So the AC of these doors
dear.
is 16.
Is this one locked, or is it?
It's
jammed?
locked.
Cryon is casually making
he
his
see
way
all that?
way up the corridors. But are you guys? Are you quite done?
One more left.
Yes, thieves' tools check.
Uh,
Sleight of hand using
that
your thieves'
is-
tools.
So I've got a +9 to sleight of hand, plus thieves' tools is proficiency, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
So we'll roll +9. Okay.
So if I remember right, you should have a
So that
plus
would be
12.
a 26.
Yeah, you get your thieves'
I've got a
tools
plus for it. Yeah, 25 rather. You're right.
Yeah. No, it's your proficiency bonus plus that +9, so plus whatever you rolled.
Well, I rolled a straight 13 plus 9 plus whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're fine.
Quite
You're fine. You get the thieves' tools in there, and you start breaking the lock, and like mycelium and dead fungus fall away from the door, and then eventually you
Yeah.
hear that click of the lock giving.
And he's going to sort of quickly hide his thieves' tools. Just, I think it wobbled when you did that. You probably shook it loose.
Flo, there are 3 Orens right now.
I didn't know you had siblings, Oren.
Oh,
Are you
yeah,
twins too?
probably a lot. I wouldn't know. Well, I don't know, actually.
But
That's-
they're right here. And she tries to point at the people that she sees.
Oh,
Yeah. No.
Well,
hang on. And
While
he
she's-
is going to. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, while she's like doing that, I ask Eos if he can like exit the sword and kind of just like wrap himself around Flo, just to more like a comfort kind of like support.
Yeah, he's going to
Alright.
give her 4 points of healing using healing word to just buck up. You'll be all right.
Yep, you heal back. You took 3 points of bludgeoning damage and you're healed 4, so I don't know how damaged you were before.
I wasn't damaged. I used my hit die to get them back.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, Elos is
Oh,
going
yeah.
to leave the sword, and the sword just clatters to the ground.
I
Um,
pick it up and put it in my.
Oh, free
my
sword.
stuff. Yeah.
and wrap around Flo's, like over Flo's shoulders, like an actually nice looking fur.
Elos is doing the overflow.
Yes.
Ah.
You know how like kind of like a drugged person just like starts petting things randomly.
Yes.
Yeah, she's basically on that on poor Eos, being like, so pretty.
Yes.
He is pretty.
You're all very pretty.
Oh, thanks.
Though I wish you would stop spinning around.
Orin is going to spin slowly on the spot.
You absolute arse.
All right, Craren, you can see some of this spectacle from where you're standing. But there are several open doors in this room. A very sparkly clean statue of a fox made out of marble and gold. And
In what? Where?
over here. And a broken chandelier on top of a very smashed bench right next to Remus.
Right.
Um,
Remus says, I did not do that. To the broken chandelier.
I'm sure the downfall of that chandelier is older than anyone is.
Oh, good. Just thought I'd double check. Make sure.
all
I'm
right.
basically going to assume that anything and everything here is older than time.
And you can see Flo like taking up her arm like she's in school. I don't know how old I am.
Oh dear.
That's
You need to
concerning.
be this tall to ride it.
All right. You get the door open and look inside. There is a well-made single bed with a nightstand with a unlit lantern on it and a wardrobe standing just inside the door. Compared to most other things in this place, the room looks... I'm not gonna say clean, because the walls are still covered in fungus. But it's not as wrecked as most other places you've seen in this in this space.
Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Ah,
Hmm.
we're all villagers now.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Hello. Lovely day we're having.
All right.
I'm not sorry.
What do you do?
Shall we have a little look? As I enter the room and have a look in the wardrobe, see if there's anything particular interesting there.
You open the wardrobe and you see an assortment of clothing similar to the ones that Flo brought out, and a two closed wicker baskets.
Oh.
Full of chest weasels. No.
Ah.
That would
Could
be
imagine.
funny.
I
Remus
think
will hate you.
I think I found something, and I go and like pick up the baskets and have a look inside.
All right. In each of them, you see what looks like random fabric at first. It looks nice, like nice bundles of fabric, but it looks like it's been like shoved in, like if you're trying to wrap something fragile. It's clearly wrapped around something, but like bunched up to make to create as much air in the bundles as possible.
Hmm.
Ow.
Yeah, I think I found something.
Oh?
It looks like there's something in this basket I'm Not entirely sure what it is yet.
Well, don't keep us in suspense, man.
Okay, I delicately try and part the fabric a little bit to see what's inside.
All right. It looks like. So in one of the baskets, the first one that you start looking through, you carefully start unwrapping it, and it looks to be a set of 2 crystal goblets.
Ooh.
That has been wrapped, and there is a crest on each of them. And this is where I...
Croblets, if you wish.
Yes, croblets.
I like it.
Where are my... There they are.
Roblet.
Does
What-
this
what- what?
crest look familiar at all?
There is what looks like a bull's head. Like it's inlaid with a what looks like silver or chrome on the glass, and there's a stylized bull's head, like the what's it called? It's not when it's not profile or half profile, so just like face bit of it.
Like mugshot.
Portrait?
Yeah, like the mug like just the head of it, and it looks like the bull is racing towards the viewer, but it's surrounded by this cogwheel looking border, and the bull looks like it's made out of metal.
Okay, that's curious. I show it to whoever's interested in seeing it, and then I put it back delicately or looking into the next.
Shiny.
Like the brazen bull?
Huh?
Like the brazen
Eh?
bull?
No. This
Because that's metal.
yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to tell like what type of metal it is. Like the whole outline is made out of some form of metal with a silver sheen on it.
Brazen bull as in the torture method of
Yeah,
throwing someone inside and
no. This is
lighting things on fire.
This looks actually, Romulus, you would know this crest. Remus would as well. It's very common in Sharn, and it's on basically everything that moves in Sharn. It's the house crest of House Carnis, the dragon mark of making. So every elevator, every skyship, every lightning rail has this brand on it.
But like the apple of Shan.
Yes. So it's the Gorgon head of House Carnis on these goblets.
Interesting.
In the other one is a what looks like a glass.
Of the cheese family.
Yes. In the other basket is a glass bowl with the same crest on it.
Curious. If these are from Shan, if these have the mark of Stone Crest, which is quite common in Shan, why would they be in a random dimensional door found far away?
I do not know.
Shall we bring these along, but be very careful with them? They might, sell for a price if need be, or it might lead to a clue as to like who built this place or
What's going on? Yeah.
exactly. So we'll bring them along.
As you lift the and to look at the bowl, you do see what looks like 3 skeins of red yarn at the bottom.
Yoink.
It's like someone took whatever they had, put at the bottom, and then placed the bowl on top, and then wrapped it in fabric to just keep it safe.
It's Oren. It's for fight. It's for finding your way when fighting minotaurs.
No, it's for knitting with. Obviously.
But it's a bad thing if you get lost.
If I get lost, I'll unravel the bloody sweater. All right?
Close enough. Close enough, Oren. Close enough.
But there's a certain chest weasel that needs a chest weasel vest with many pockets.
Is the chest weasel cold? Is the chest weasel freezing?
The chest weasel needs to be fashionable. Craren. Are you aware that he is naked?
Yes, and so are most wolves, cats, mules, your menagerie. What's your point?
I will have to make them all little hats.
And you can see Flo just looking up at you with like big eyes. You will make a vest for Elon?
Yeah, if he wants one.
I think you would like one. He would look quite dapper.
This isn't making things better.
Yeah,
Flo, you feel.
I think it'd be pretty amusing to make a vest for a mule.
Flo, you notice that Elos is stirring slightly as he's laying on your shoulder and just perking his head up, looking towards Remus and Craren, just slightly, just hi, hi.
Do you want to go over to them?
No, I like it here. It's just well, something is causing the two of them to be frustrated.
You're welcome.
Such lovely weather we're having, Remus, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you're welcome. As he's there now with a piece of string measuring Elos.
What did I miss?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Elos and Elam is gonna get vests.
Yeah.
And Craren and Remus are incredibly frustrated.
What about?
Remus, would you care to join me outside? I have a date with a drink.
I
Sure.
can drink.
Please.
All right.
Oh no.
Did the DM say that there was a chest up here of some sort that needed to be opened? A shiny chest Oren found.
No, it's a.
Oh, I didn't find it.
It's a statue, made out of marble and gold.
Oh, okay. He follows Craren out of the room.
Yeah.
Out of the. We're just going to leave them to it.
All right. So, Remus and Craren, you are leaving the basement, and both.
It's stage left.
Yes. Both Craren and also you, Remus, you hear a bye-bye.
Remus hadn't.
Nope.
kind of like as he hears that, and as he's walking across the room, he kind of like almost. It's like a weird swerve where he suddenly swerves towards it, as if it's like he wants to understand more.
Mhm.
Mate, are you quite coming?
I'll be with you in a minute. I would like to say hello to the quarter.
Yes. The huge tree is an egg. I can talk to you telepathically while
Right.
we're in here.
And as he says that, Remus will he won't even touch the tree. He'll just kind of open his mind up and direct the mind link towards the tree.
Oh, that's new. Hello.
Hi. I hope the others told you about myself and my brother.
I think so. I think I remember. I don't think I've ever met anyone like you before.
Well, I've been reliably informed that there aren't a lot of us on this continent. Or at least that's what the druid said.
No, he was right. And you hear this silence, and you can almost hear like the Quattle going through its own memories. And just, yes, I remember someone mentioned Kalashtar. They're quite young for species on this world or this continent. There were none when I went to sleep.
And you went to sleep because you were banishing the demons, correct? That's what the others told me.
Myself and several of my siblings. And our parents, yes.
Well, I would like to express gratitude for that, because I know I wasn't around then, and it feels like a great sacrifice for someone to do that.
It's appreciated, and it was necessary.
I can understand why. He had enough fun with the little portal that we were dealing with down at the lake.
Like, I don't know that one.
There was a portal to somewhere where shadows and demons came from. About 3 days travel southeast from here.
I have no concept of space in here.
Good point. Well, from where we currently are, 3 days travel away, there was a portal to Mabar.
Just
Mabar.
for
Yes.
just for
Yes.
posterity, something that crossed my mind now that is sort of relevant to this.
Yes.
Sort of, but not really, but sort of. Where did we find the door?
You found the door in a standing on the marshes, about half a day's travel from Patraken in the Shadow Marshes.
Yeah.
And so it was half a day's travel to Patraken, and then it was 5 days travel from Patraken to the village, Blackwater Lake North, and then another 3 days travel from that village to where you're at right now.
Yeah, so just for posterity, that was where the mansion, the door used to be attached to,
Yes.
was situated, and we have since moved the door from this position.
Yes.
Just for our own mind's sake, not necessarily for the plot line, but for our own
Yeah.
mind's sake, this is where the Quartal last, was aware of being, and we have moved the entire place around since. So while it's confusing to begin with, and while this is a confusing time dilation thing on top of this, just trying to make sense of this in my head, that this is something that we need to remember, that we have moved something that used to be a mansion. Yeah. And weird observation.
Oh dear.
Mabar, the home of darkness.
Yes. We didn't close the portal, but we did ferry some demons back into it. Demons, devils, weird little spiky
Appreciated.
shits.
Very much appreciated. They are returning.
Oh.
Well, at least one of them. Which is why I'm waiting. Waiting for when the Silver Serpent reaches the lands of Mourning.
Who is the Silver Serpent?
I am unsure. It is made of metal and steam and lightning.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Oh,
Mourning,
no.
did you say?
Yes.
Okay.
I do not know what that is. I was not around. It was not a thing when I was, well, before I went to sleep.
I'm now going to ask a question that I really don't wish I could ask, because I know I'm going to need to roll and it's a terrible idea. Would Remus connect that sentence to being some sort of lightning rail?
Give me a general intelligence roll. The DC is 10.
Congratulations.
Old
I'm
-1.
afraid to look.
It's a 15.
So it was your time with the brain cell.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we share it amongst the rest of us. Craren keeps most of them for himself.
Yes, you do make a connection of the railroad sometimes being referred to as serpents crossing the lands because of how a railroad moves. And the description of a serpent made out of metal and steam and lightning is quite possibly a lightning rail. And you know that what remains of Kair, the central of the Five Kingdoms, is now known as the Mournlands.
Yeah. So, yeah, I say, weirdly, that sounds awfully like something that we're working to do anyway.
You are?
Yes. So, the Silver Serpent probably refers to something that we refer to as a lightning rail now. Giant trains of metal carriages that are transported on lightning rails using
Yes.
elementals and steam.
The ones who lived here talked about the carriages of lightning and steel, yes.
Yes. And we have been contracted to work on a new rail that crosses this continent that would pass through somewhere that we now refer to as the Mournlands.
Oh. That is amusingly simple when you think about it. I don't know why the dragons always need to complicate things. Oh,
Well,
I should refer to them as the Lords of Argonessen.
Sorry,
I'm making
Raymond.
notes at the same time. Otherwise, I'm going to forget.
My phone went off.
I didn't it.
Speaking of the Lords of Argonessen, you aren't particularly familiar with any red dragons of some sort at all, are you? Maybe those made of crystal?
Crystal. Sybaris. The Lord of the Sky.
Shit.
He is dead. Everyone knows the story
Oh, no.
of Sybaris, Eberron, and Kyber.
Okay.
Unless you have an intelligence score of shit.
Yeah.
I have concerns.
No, so it's the creation myth of Eberron. In the beginning, on the material plane, there were 3 primordial dragons. Sybaris, the gem dragon, Eberron, the metallic dragon, and Kyber, the chromatic dragon. Kyber killed Sybaris, and his the pieces of his scales created this fundament that is encompassing the entire material plane of this world.
Firmament.
Thank you. The firmament, but it also isolates Eberron from the rest of the multiverse. In retaliation, Eberron wrapped herself around Kyber to imprison Kyber and became the world of Eberron, the globe that makes up the material plane. And Kyber is the demon realm below the Underdark. Or it's saying it's below the Underdark is like saying that you know.
It's a sub basement.
Yeah, it's basically like you can't dig into Kyber from the Underdark, but you can find portals to Kyber in the Underdark.
Ooh.
So it's under adjacent.
Yeah, it's basically phase shifted from the Underdark. If that makes any sense. Nerd speech.
It does.
But there are, just as there are, now one of the quirks of the world of Eberron, the setting, is that you cannot tell if a dragon is good or evil just by looking at it. There are gold dragons that are chaotic evil. There are red dragons that are lawful good. There are, so you would actually have to have conversation with the dragon to find out.
To work out if it was going to kill you or not.
Yeah, basically.
Tea? Do you want tea?
Tea?
And there are several like legends and myths about the Lords of Argonassen and what they did during various points in time. One of the more important ones was teaming up with the Quattles to lock away the demons. But the most famous of the gem dragons is, or was, Sybaris. And shards of the three dragons are highly sought after and very valuable.
Ooh.
House Tharask's Finders Guild is one of the major excavators and resellers of dragon shards. Lord but yeah, that's what you get with a
Wow.
15 check.
Fine. I'm trying to connect that to all of the other stuff that you've been talking about for the twins, and just whether or not any of that's related or not. My brain is going into overdrive. I need a break.
That's fine.
Do you need a break, or does Remus need a break?
Remus doesn't care. Remus is only putting bits. Remus building little Lego bricks. I'm trying to do the Times crossword.
Remus is going, ooh, this Duplo shiny.
Yes.
Did I mention that I like political intrigue?
Yeah.
And we have only one character that is, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for the information.
You're welcome.
It seems like you will be journeying with us as we continue to move your what did Craren call it?
Good
Pocket
dimension.
Pocket dimension.
That's attached to the door that we found, and we will endeavour to make sure that no one finds their way inside.
That is nice. I miss having people around.
Well, you may be in luck. You may also want to have a conversation with my brother at some point. He carries someone we refer to as Lynette with him. They may be of interest to you.
That is not a name I am familiar with.
I should hope not.
I have been sleeping for a long time. I wish you all luck if you're leaving, and I hope you come back soon.
I think Craren and I are going to step outside whilst everyone else is enjoying themselves with the doors and the random things that they're finding.
Orange just cleaning.
It was nice meeting you. I'm sorry. I don't think I got your name, and I don't want to pry.
Oh, sorry. I never introduced myself either. My name is Remus. My brother is Romulus.
I am named Rivasa, or the gold one.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ravassa.
Pleasure to meet you too.
And he will cut the connection and then walk over to Craren and say, drink?
Yes. You look like you need it more than a moment ago.
was something about the Lords of Argoness being dragons and the weird flames and crystal dragons might be Cerberus, and yeah, I need some time to think or
Yes.
hit shit. One of the two.
Are you familiar with numbers, Remus?
I mean, I can count, if that's
Yes. How long back in time would you say your general family have been around? A century?
I
Two.
can't answer. I can't answer that question. My brother and I were abandoned in Shan.
But say, give or take a number of generations. It's couple of 100 years. That sort of number. Numbers that still make sense, right?
Well, yes, I assume so. I mean, I've got no idea. My brother and I are about 29, 30-ish.
Yeah. That's entirely fair. When nations form, that's in the order of, maybe 1,000 years-ish. Right? We can appreciate that number.
Yes.
Now, put 1,000 of those nations next to each other. And then continue that for a few hundred more nations. And then you're into things called a million. That's a enormously long number.
I mean, yes, it has 9 digits, but yes, carry on.
Yes, that's how long Revasa has been sleeping.
I could really do with a nap.
I think on that comment, we're gonna hop over to the other 3 by the door, that are currently admiring these 2 wicker baskets with their loot. Oren, you can add 3. Damn it. 3 skeins of a deep red yarn.
I will put that in my notes.
And Flo, you are currently recovering. You no longer see 3, Oren, but you do have a headache. Did we lose Lillith
I
again?
think my
There you
head
go.
still hurt.
Yeah.
Blood still like pippling down a little
Yeah,
bit, being like
starting to dry up now, but you do have a little bit on your forehead.
No.
How you feeling?
The room stops spinning, and I don't see. Where did Aura's twins go?
No
And
idea.
she will start smelling around.
I never had twins. You were a little bit woozy, that's all. You'll be right.
Oh.
Shall we see about making our way out? I think maybe some air might help.
Making our way downtown.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dee,
dun,
dee, dee,
dun.
dee, dee, dee.
Yeah, that's gone on off in all of our heads. That's brilliant. Thanks
Mhm.
for that.
Oh no, thanks to a particular show I was watching, it's been every time anyone says "making my way," I hear that.
Mhm.
What I see is that that it's kind of lip syncing battle TV show sort of thing, and it's like Ted Cruz lip syncing to that song whilst dancing. So every time I hear the lyrics, I just imagine him singing. But anyway, shall we see about making our way out here? Because I'm sure some fresh air might do you a bit of good.
I think air would be nice.
Yeah, let's try and walk that off.
Yeah, and plus it's a little stuffy in here. I can't imagine why. Could be the
It's
fun.
all the mushroom.
Yeah.
And all
Yeah.
the dust.
So Romulus, we're
That's
gonna have to replace all that wood, by the way.
Oh.
All of it.
Well,
Surprisingly low amount of badgers around.
when we're rich, I'm sure we can see about
has to go.
getting some wood
Yeah.
available.
But you
For
can
it all.
just cut down some wood.
That is true. It depends on how. Well, then again, we do have Remus.
Yeah. He
He
works.
has a big axe.
He does. That's true.
Believe it or not, I think I am proficient in woodworking tools.
Oh, perfect. Well, talk to Remus. I'm sure we can sort something out. Let's see about making our way out.
Sorry, my phone won't stop going off.
What's the phone?
That's annoying. Oh, no. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I don't know why people are. I'm going to just mute my phone. There we go.
I am proficient in woodcarver's tools, and I have a set of the kit.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. Unexpected moment.
I think the general gist of the idea of that was because he was a mercenary, he would just like whittle shit whilst on watch and stuff. Was the general premise by it, and I've never had to use it before.
All right. As you, I'm guessing Clara and Remus are topside already, or did you wait for the others by the stairs, or?
I'm going to assume we're up.
Okay.
We're up, and Remus has already dug out whatever alcohol, if we have any,
Yes.
available, regardless of what time it might be outside. Because I'm assuming it's probably only about midday at this point.
Yeah. It's about.
And it's literally just like.
You pass the tree out on the large balcony as you move out towards the staircase out. And similar as to with Craren and Remus, the three of you hear a bye-bye in your mind.
I turn around and I say to the others, I'm assuming this that was that being that you mentioned, or that was mentioned.
It's the baby. Well,
Mm.
according to Oren.
I like how
I call her Riv, and she
Riv.
kind of pets the tree.
I like how it's just got egg written on it.
Yes. Egg.
Egg. Okay, well, I will open my mind to it to introduce myself.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
You are new.
I am. I don't think we've been introduced.
No, I have not met you before. I was also talking about your species.
You've been talking to my brother.
Yes. You are similar, but not same.
I'm Romulus.
I am Rivasa, or the Golden One.
Well, pleasure to meet you. And though we may be twins, we do certainly have our differences, that's for sure.
Yes. I have many siblings. We are
Mm.
also similar, but not same.
Yeah, gotta look out for each other, you know?
Yes. It was nice to meet you.
Well, very nice to meet you too. And yeah, like I'm sure, no doubt we'll come back down here very soon, and we can, have more conversation. I'm sure that will be nice. 'Cause I don't know how long you've actually been here for.
Time has no meaning right now. I have no concept of it in this egg.
I would imagine a long time then. So we'll be sure to come down and keep you company. I'm sure you'd appreciate that.
Yes, I like people. It was sad when the others left.
Who are the others?
They were set here to help me, to keep track of it, to see. Sorry.
Did they belong to a house? What was the house of the
House Kenneth was the.
Does House Carnis mean anything to you?
There was talk of the human house of making. It was not around when I went to sleep.
When you did go to sleep, were there people around or were you on your own when you went to sleep?
Were there people? I think we can even ask that question.
This is when I double check who the hell was around when that happened. All right. Well, what do you call people? It's different. My people came from another continent. We came here. And then the demons came from this continent and spread too far, too wide, and we had to stop them. If you mean the humans, the elves, dwarves, there were no such things as yet.
Crazy.
I have been told that humans come from the same continent that my siblings and my family came from.
Interesting.
I believe one of the others called that continent Sarlona.
Sarlona? Don't think I've ever heard of it. Would I have ever heard of a continent like that?
It depends a little bit on how interested Romulus is of just general geography. I think you've heard of it in the same way as people of our planet know of Africa. Like, you know it's there, you know it exists. So Corvair is where you're at right now. You have Zendrick and Argonassens south of Corvair, and then you have Sarlona to the east. But you've spent all your life in Sharn, which is on the southern end of Corvair. But you know of Sarlona. You also know that No one travels there. It's closed off.
Interesting. You seem to know a lot about a lot of different things.
I know what I have been told.
Who tells you this stuff, or who told you this stuff?
The people who lived here,
Hmm.
they left a while ago.
Hmm.
Something about the war.
Hmm. I do believe there was a war, unfortunately, that ended relatively recently.
Yeah, so at the end, towards the end of the current month you're in, will mark 4 years since the war ended.
4 years. And how long did it last? Like 100 years?
Roughly 100 years.
Roughly 100 years. Hmm. Well, I know for a fact that with my concept of time, you've definitely been on your own for a while. You may not feel time like we do, but like, we'll definitely be sure to, keep you company now that we know you're down here. While I'm here, now I'm thinking about it.
Yes.
What do you know about Kalashtar and dragons?
You hear that kind of same silence, and you get a feeling of like going through memories in rapid succession, and just
I see like a loading screen.
yeah, basically you see this like currently buffering. But and then you get that attention back from her. And I have heard Kalashtar mentioned, and I know of the lords of Argonessen and other dragons. I do not know what or if they are connected. The dragons have poked around in many places. I would not be surprised.
The reason I ask is I had a vision of these two people. One who looked like they had sprouted dragon wings, and the other one white hair, very pale skin, and red eyes. From what I've heard other people talk about Kalashtar, they say that they are pale with white hair.
And
was
purple
wondering
or red eyes, yes.
And I was wondering if that confirms that who I saw was Kalashtar, and then there was this woman with the dragon wings. Didn't look like Kalashtar. Then had green eyes, brown hair. No, blue eyes, brown hair. Sorry. So I just didn't know if maybe you knew of anything like that, or whether it was like a significant thing that people talked about. I don't know. But if you're unsure, then
I would say the man can be Kalashtar or an albino of any species.
Warren.
The
It's not me.
woman sounds pretty.
She was.
If she sprouted wings, maybe she was a disguised dragon. But
Maybe.
I do not
Sorry,
know.
me.
I need more information to make a judgment on that.
Well, your opinion and thoughts on it are very much appreciated. But for now, I suppose we must get some air because our friends are a bit dizzy here. But we'll be sure to come down again soon and say hello.
Let me check something real quick. Let me do a check. Kalastar and Dragon does ring a bell though, but I cannot put my finger on why.
There was so
Do they even have fingers to put on? Sorry.
Yeah.
so my brother did have a vision of a red dragon attacking a village with guy holding 2 kids, which we assumed was us, on an island, and apparently this was a red dragon attack that happened in theory way before we were born.
You mentioned Kalastar and Red Dragon attack. The island of Orkalun was destroyed. Not by a red dragon, by a ruby dragon.
Ruby dragon, I believe that's what I meant.
Ruby dragon.
Do you know the name of this ruby dragon? Was it a significant dragon?
If it was big enough to destroy a civilization, it must have been significant. I don't know right now, but give me some time and I'll try to remember. I only know what I've been told, so I don't know if the information is accurate.
No worries. Any information that you might have, it will be more than what we have now. So I'd really appreciate that. Thank you.
I will try. And any information you bring in will help as well.
Well, no doubt me and my brother have been searching for information about our origin. We were orphaned, you see, so we will endeavour to collect as much information as we can, and perhaps we can help each other out a little bit.
And I will try to remember. There is not much I can do from in here. And I must wait.
Very much appreciate it. Thank you. Well, for now then, I shall leave you in peace, and we'll come down again very soon. It's been a pleasure.
Fare thee well.
Farewell.
Yeah, and she, you feel Rivasa retreat as like a sign of, yeah, I'm not gonna pry, I'm not gonna do anything, just sever the connection.
Well,
Things you can do with at-will casting of detect thoughts.
shall we
I mean,
make our way up?
detect thoughts, all the other jazz. Haven't really had any reason to.
Yeah. No, yes. So you make your way towards the staircase and up back into the now bright sunlight of the village above. You can see it. Well, it depends. Did Craren and... Did you leave the door where it was under the cart, or did you move it?
I would have moved it. I'm not. I also would have made sure I went out first and let Craren know that I needed to move the door before he came out, because otherwise he would probably hit his head on the
the cart.
Yes.
All right.
But let's put the door frame, flip it so the door is against the house.
Just no, Craren. This is not fair.
Oh, but it's funny.
I know, but no.
I mean, you're right, but that would still be funny.
All right. Well, you move the door from under the cart, and Oren, Oren, Romulus, and Flo, you can all see sunlight spilling down the stairs into this basement. As it is a nice day, slightly overcast day with some sunlight streaming in through between the clouds. It also means that it fucking hurts to look anywhere for Romulus and Oren.
My eyes.
What happened to Oren? Sorry,
Uh,
my net shut the bed.
Yeah, sunlight. You walking back into sunlight.
Yeah, I think Oren pops up and it's just second thought. I think I'm gonna go back down. Yeah, squints. Put sun hat on.
I mean, it helps, yeah.
Oh.
I do keep forgetting about the fact that you guys have got sunlight sensitivity.
Same.
Same. And I gave it to him.
I mean, to be fair, I was born with it.
Yeah. All right. You'll find yourself back up in the village. Remarkably noisy compared to the relative quiet of the room, the basement.
I missed the baby
Bassimonte.
already.
Oh, doesn't the air smell like feel nice after being in?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's like if you've been into
Yeah.
a damp old basement for a couple of hours, just cleaning or doing whatever, and you walk outside and you go like, I can breathe.
Oh, this
No,
is what air
right.
feels like.
Yeah.
No, it's bright and I hate it. I'm fine. All right. Ouch.
All right. So, you're back topside again, and it's bright and easy to breathe, and you have a whole village to yourself. There are some interesting puddles of a tar-looking substance in certain spots, but other than that, you seem to be in a...
Just casual tar.
Yeah, you know where the Rakshasa died.
Oh, you meant like that? I was like, yeah, that's not, in any shape, form, even in a D&D setting, not at all ominous.
Yeah, no, I meant where
Yeah.
the Rakshasa
Normal.
died. That, those puddles.
That makes a lot more sense.
Get off me.
So,
Bad
what
cat.
would you like to do?
Flo is taking Elam out of the house so he can get some fresh air.
Elam just clop, clop, clop with his weird hooves. And the weird stance just...
Craren, did you have beer or alcohol of some sort? Would we have any in our rations at all?
Yeah, I believe we do, and I don't remember the quantity, but yes, I do know that we do, that we have beer. We do have beer.
Yes.
Okay. Does that mean the two of us basically sat down somewhere having
Yes.
a drink as the others emerge? Yes.
Yes, definitely.
So there are several, door stoops that you can sit on. There's the cart. There's, you can probably find a bench or two somewhere in one of the houses if you want. Or a log to sit on.
I probably pulled a bench out from one of the house from the hut that we were in before,
Yeah.
and just plonked it down next to the wall, so it's like an outside thing, and we're both just leaning back against the wall, having a drink.
All right.
While those two are drinking, Oren is going to systematically check each of the other upright buildings for stuff.
All right.
Aaron, if you're doing that, make sure you take someone with you.
I'm looking for stuff.
And
I'll tag along as well.
stay in earshot the entire time.
Yes.
All right. Flo.
If I get into trouble, I will shoot an eldritch blast in the air.
Okay.
Flo and Oren, your investigation.
Yeah.
Investigate. I can
I'm there
words.
too.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm there
joined
too.
too.
Investigation, you say?
Yes.
I'm there too.
Yes. Romulus, Flo, and Oren. You can either each
check.
roll an investigation check, or you can give advantage to one of the others.
I will give advantage and bardic inspiration to whichever one of you has a higher investigation score than I do.
I had.
I have a
3.
score of 0.
I have +2.
I've got 3.
I will give advantage and inspiration to the +3 fellow.
All right.
Gotcha, so advantage, investigation. Let's
Yes.
hope this works. And then
I'm assuming we've had a short rest in all that time.
Craren isn't even participating, but I just rolled because I could.
Hey.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, you can have a short rest if you
Yay.
wanted. It's not like you were you weren't fighting. You were just looking in rooms. I would say the Flo probably didn't get a short rest in that
Bonk.
because she kept banging her head against stuff.
That's
Oh,
not
she
quite
was
resting.
she was having a short rest while basically Oren was talking to a tree because they
Yeah.
both forgot she was there. So
Yeah.
basically, she had a short rest while napping.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's more of a like while the others could have a short rest just wandering around. You kept ramming your head into doors, which I don't think is counts as
Relaxing.
relaxing.
Quite meditative.
I don't
It's
know.
stress
sometimes- with it-
relief, but
I mean, for someone with intelligence of 8, who knows?
I was about to say, sometimes hitting people around the head is very therapeutic.
yes, it's therapeutic, but not relaxing.
I mean, yeah, hitting
Relaxing for me,
other
less for them.
people's on the
Yes.
head. Yes. Hitting your own head on things.
With enough force to break a wooden door, I wouldn't call that relaxing.
Repeatedly, nonetheless.
Yeah, enough to
She has
see
a thick
several.
skull.
Yeah, but you also
Not
saw
for long.
several Orens, so which is brain damage, waiting to happen. But yes,
Why
Romulus.
she has it?
Did Flo want to roll an investigation as well?
Oh yeah. I forgot I'm actually joining this.
Hey, that's nice. All right.
We're finding all the stuff.
I'm gonna say, Craren, passive investigation. You're not even joining. You're just going, oh yeah, they found that thing I was looking at for the past 5 minutes. Good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna say, so your investigation. Yes, that is a word now. I'm gonna
Yes,
stick with it.
investigating.
So basically, what you can investigate within earshot of the other group are the 2 buildings just north of you, the 3 buildings south of you, the well, and the house where Remus was being held. The others will be just out of range, and it's gonna be hard to see people. And it's gonna take you a couple of hours.
We've
Going
got time.
so yeah, you start rifling through the buildings, and Romulus, you very quickly start discerning like what is worth anything and what is basically destroyed by weather, by the elements, by mold, by bugs and other critters. But you do manage to gather several sets of nice clothing, probably like party clothes for people that would have lived here, like a bit of finery. You do find what looks like a few statuettes. Depicting the various like deities of the not the Dark Six. What are they called? Gods of this world, I should know them. Why can I only think of the Sovereign
I think
Hosts?
it's
That's the
three.
one. So the 9 deities that represents the Sovereign Host, which is the major religion of this continent. There are, you also find a few like little plaques and little tiny little figurines with the with a flame, a stylized flame, that you would recognize as representing the Silver Flame religion.
You can see Flo accidentally breaking them.
Understood.
Accidentally?
I also say
You can see her like accidentally, like if she finds one on the shelf, she just pushes it and like stomps on it really hard till it breaks.
Every time I see a sign related to that religion, I'm like, oh, that one looks like it's broken as well.
yeah.
Just like hinting, that one could be broken. Yeah, that one.
But I'd say in total you find clothing worth 300 gold pieces. It's a lot of clothing though. It's gonna take a lot to carry it.
We have a cart.
An
We have a door.
assortment of figurines, statuettes, jewelry, and similar, worth about 200 gold pieces. Each little thing is not big, so each is not worth a whole lot, but you do find food in one of the kitchens that seems edible, so you can add another 10 rations to your list. And there is an assortment of pickaxes and shovels and rakes, and there's a I'd say with the nat 20 you do find hidden in the this space where Remus was being held a rifle.
Oh.
And you're not entirely sure, like I think you might have seen one, but they are very rare. They do exist. But for ease of things, of accounting, the rifle is worth 800 gold pieces. And you also find... Actually, roll me a d10.
Hang on a minute. Speed. Blue.
You do find 6 bullets that you can load into the rifle.
Interesting.
I have concerns.
Yeah.
Rapid onset lead poisoning.
Don't know about you, but I don't think I've ever used a gun before. I don't really want to play about with it now.
It was hanging like opened, so you know it's not loaded.
Gotcha.
So it's no real risk of you shooting yourself unless you load it first. But you also find a total of... Where did I put that? Dun, 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 dun. There it is. A total of 84 gold pieces, 16 silver pieces, and 52 copper.
84 gold.
Shiny.
How many silver, sorry?
Because that's 16?
16 silver and
52 copper.
52 copper. Nice.
Yes,
can-
finding all the heirlooms. Woo! Most of it seemed to be packed
Yeah.
and left, or left with the people who lived here. Flo, as you're walking around as well, you do find an additional 4 sets of really nice leather boots. And what looks like 2 nicely made woolen cloaks that you would know are water resistant. Because wool is water resistant.
Yes.
And Romulus, with that investigation check, I don't know who took them, but you are reminded of a set of arrows that you picked up a while back.
I think we gave them to... I can't remember the character name.
Who played them?
Bard.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Vitz. I gave him to. I think.
Valeriel.
Valerial, yeah.
And
Bolts.
yes, you did have a set of 20 silver arrows bearing the mark of the silver flame.
Be glad you don't have them anymore.
Same here, to be fair.
Sadness.
All right. And I think with that looting and gathering of stuff from the village, we are going to be leaving the session here because we have